I made a statement earlier that Kalam, Gary, and Sarah, and all of these people. I know Sarah is racist. I know Gary is racist.
Okay.
And I'm willing to apologize that I said this about you, because I've never heard you say that white people are inferior. The reason I said that is because I believe you're the same group. You work with Sarah, you work with Gary, you have the same view. That's why I assumed that. Now you came up to me and you said you don't believe white people are inferior. Is that true?
That's
is
correct.
that correct?
That's correct.
So I apologize on camera for saying that you are racist. You're not racist. You are racist. I'm making a claim that you and people like you in this park, Sarah, and including Kalam, who is actually recording right now, they're racist.
Wow.
I believe
Wow.
they're racist. I believe
Wow.
you say like supremacists.
Wow.
I'm surprised. You
Yeah.
don't like it. You don't like it, do you?
Wow.
Racist against
I'm making claims.
No, hold on a
Prove
second.
me wrong. I'm not one of those proud people, who's arrogant people, because
But you have to do it on camera. You don't.
Yeah.
don't
So I'm going to ask you questions on camera.
Yeah,
Is it recording?
That's how we do it. Yeah.
Is it recording?
Is that how we're going to do this?
Is it recording? No. So Kalam, I made a statement earlier that Kalam, Gary, and Sarah, and all of these people. I know Sarah is racist. I know Gary is racist.
Okay.
And I'm willing to apologize that I said this about you, because I've never heard you say that white people are inferior. The reason I said that is because I believe you're the same group. You work with Sarah, you work with Gary, you have the same view. That's why I assumed that. Now you came up to me and you said you don't believe white people are inferior. Is that true?
That's
is
correct.
that correct?
That's correct.
So I apologize on camera for saying that you are racist. You're not racist.
You know,
Okay?
Adnan, you should know better than that.
No, I don't.
You
I
should
don't.
know better than that.
No.
It's like the media.
I know
painting-
better.
wait,
That's
wait,
why I'm apologizing.
Wait. It's like the media painting Muslims to be terrorists. Yeah.
Media does not
And-
apologize like
hold
this.
on.
Media does not apologize like this. I'm apologizing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And then now
The media
I am
knowingly lies.
associating you
No,
as a
wait.
terrorist.
This
It's not good,
no,
man.
wait.
It's not good.
Wait. Media
Yeah.
knowingly lies about Muslims. I didn't lie about you, number one, firstly, because I didn't know about your view. I assumed that you're part of the same group, and because you're part of the same group, this is their view, so you have the same view, right? Okay. I didn't know that you don't believe it. So you believe white people are equal to black people in status, in physicality, in intellectual capacity, all of that. You believe that?
To some degree. I don't know about physicality. Oh, physicality, that's the only thing I disagree with.
Right. So white people are physically inferior.
No.
So what's the difference then?
In terms of skin complexion?
Of
And
course we
hair
know the
and stuff like
difference.
that? Yeah,
Of course,
there is
we're not talking about difference in
There's
color.
differences.
We're talking about superiority and inferiority.
No, I don't.
You
No,
said-
no insecurity and inferiority, no.
So how are white people different
You said in some way.
in physicality or physical?
We're talking about scientifically, and you're talking about redundant
Um,
genes and recessive genes, then you have that.
The first question is
So
what
for
do
example,
you believe in?
Dark hair
Yeah.
is considered scientifically
Yeah.
as dominant. Lighter
Right.
hair is recessive.
Dominant in what
Curly
sense?
hair is dominant. Straight flank hair is recessive, and so forth.
But white
there
people-
is- but there is no superiority in having curly hair over having flank.
I understand
over
that.
having flank
So
hair.
do you from these things you just mentioned, do you claim that black people are somehow, in some cases, superior?
No.
In no way.
Never have I ever claimed ever out of my mouth that black people.
So
are
when you
superior
said
to
white people are in some
or
degree,
Asian people
in
or
some
something.
degrees inferior. Sorry, you're going?
No, I said I don't agree with the statements. Okay, 'cause there
Right.
is something called recessive and dominant.
So when you believe, you believe in Kemet. You believe in Kemet, right?
No,
You don't believe in Kemet anymore?
believe in Kemet. What
Are you
is-
Kemet?
what is
Are you Kemet?
What is
Are you
to
Kemet?
believe in?
Are you Kemet?
What is Kemet to believe in? It's like
Okay.
me asking you.
Black land.
Do you believe?
Black land. Do you believe in the black
Do you
super?
believe in Asia? Do you believe in Asia? That
I
makes
believe
no
it.
sense.
I believe it exists. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you know it exists.
So are you a
rather than
Kemet?
believe.
Are you a Kemet? I've seen your videos on YouTube. Why is it so difficult to stand up for your view?
So right now,
Yeah.
I just want to clarify. You apologize, right?
Yes.
For calling me a racist,
Right.
right? That's
But
number
I wanna
one. That's
show
number
you
one.
that there is some reason for me to say that in the first place.
No,
I want to
no.
show you that before you go away, and I request that you put all of this on.
That's based
You
upon your
put this
assumptions.
with
That's
my
based-
apology,
wait, that's
right?
based upon your
When you
people
put my
assumptions.
apology online, you put this with it, right?
no
Okay,
doubt.
what you're recording right now.
No
I'm
doubt.
asking you, are you a Kemet or not?
Am I a Kemet or not?
Yeah. Do you believe in Kemet or whatever?
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
You do? Right. So what does that belief constitute? Can you tell us? In specifically on race, on black people, what is the belief? Can you quickly put it simply? What is the belief?
There is no belief in Kemet.
Okay.
There's
So,
no belief in Kemet, so I don't
so what is
understand
Kemet? What is Kemet? Explain to us. I don't know. I'm completely ignorant. Can you tell us what Kemet is?
Kemet is an ancient African word that denotes blackness.
Black land.
It denotes blackness.
Okay.
That's what the word
So
actually
you
means.
said you believe you're a Kemet, right?
Yes, I'll be considered black, yes.
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 So when you promote this idea
Uh-huh.
called Kemet, what does this idea constitute? Why is it so difficult to convey? Why is it so? If you ask me what I believe in, I'll tell you exactly what I believe in: Allah, His
Because-
Messenger, Islam.
Because unfortunately, Kemetics
Yeah.
or Kemetic people,
Yeah.
they don't hold to beliefs like religious people. do.
Right, so what do you hold to?
It's a philosophy that deals with science.
And what does the philosophy constitute? Can you please explain?
This goes beyond the frame of what we come here to do.
No.
I can do
Yeah,
it on a
you
separate
go. So,
conversation
so
for
I'm
you.
trying to now show you why. Even though I have
I'm-
humbled
I'm-
myself,
I'm
I've
gonna-
apologized.
I'm gonna say to- I'm gonna say
I've
to-
apologized,
Okay, I'm gonna
but
say
I
to
believe
you-
there are grounds to
in-
believe that you have
in-
some views
in
that
Kem-
can be
No,
seen
in-
as racism.
In Kemetic understanding, all man is created or are equal.
Right.
So there is no
Okay.
racism
So
inside of the Kemetic
what is the
ideology.
point of believing in blackness?
What is the point of believing in
Because Kemet, you said
What's
it's
the point of
blackness.
believing in
Kemet means
Europeans?
blackness.
Yes.
So you believe in blackness, right?
No,
Or you?
I told you we don't deal with beliefs. You're going back again into your religious framework of beliefs. We don't deal with beliefs.
So on your
We're
YouTube
simply-
channel, what
we're
do you
simply-
promote?
We're simply
As
saying,
a philosophy, what do you promote?
I don't
No, he's
particularly.
saying, no, he's
Go
saying
ahead.
basically, do you know, since we're talking about belief, do you know that black people are superior in some aspects than white people?
I've clearly said that. That's
You
not the case.
Okay, so he doesn't.
So what is Kemet then?
In fairness,
It's
they
just-
believe in
it's just-
different things. Like
I understand.
they did a video this week, what Kemet Creed,
Right.
and it was.
So why can it not? Why can you not state the creed right now here?
Because I don't want to.
Why not?
For what purpose?
Why are you hiding it?
For what purpose? I'm now going
So that
into
so
your
that I
terms
can
for
show
to
you
do
why
what? Like what?
it constitutes racism.
Why
so
it
that I can show you.
constitutes racism?
Once you put
don't, you don't even know it, but you want to say it.
can
Wait.
Right.
You're already with your prejudice that want to claim that Kemetic people are racist.
I'm saying.
And you don't even know nothing about
Wait,
Kemet,
wait.
but you want to claim that they're racist.
No.
And you want me to give you fuel
Yeah.
to call me a racist.
It
It's not
doesn't.
gonna happen.
It stems
I'm
from
not gonna do
somewhere.
it.
Kalam, it stems from Gary and Sarah's supremacist views. They are, by all means.
I don't
so
know.
It's not like
I don't
he's got it
know
from
about
anywhere.
that. I don't know about that.
Well,
Today
it's
was the
quite
first
know
time.
about
obvious.
their
It's quite
views?
obvious.
Today was the
Them
first
all
time I
the
heard
time,
Gary
Kalam,
say
don't
that.
you?
I've heard
Black
Gary.
Gary's
Most
not
people
here.
heard.
He
most
gave
people
his
heard.
breakdown
Sarah
of why
is.
he believes in such.
Gary's not
Sarah,
Kemetic.
I don't know.
Sarah is a racist and he's Kemetic. Yes,
But is Gary- Gary-
Gary,
I don't know
sure
about Gary.
Gary.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't speak to Gary about Kemets. I am speaking to someone who upholds that philosophy. Kalam is one of the proponents of that philosophy. I am asking him a very simple question. What does that philosophy constitute? Can you please tell us so that we know what
And
it
again,
constitutes?
I am not going to because I
So
can
that's
clearly,
it. We have
I
no
can
discussion.
I can clearly see that you want to
So we have no
utilize something
discussion.
against me.
No,
so
no,
I'm not, gonna fall
not
into
trying to do
trap.
that. Kalam,
Clearly
I
you are.
believe.
Because
I've-
you want to call me a racist.
No,
That's what you're trying to do.
No, Kalam. It doesn't benefit me in any shape or form to call you a racist. If you're not racist, you're not racist, right? Just like Gary in front of you
Yep.
was denying or not saying that he was racist, and at the same time he was claiming that black people are superior or white people are inferior. I pulled out a definition of racism and I showed everyone that by default, the definition of racism constitutes some sort of superiority complex, which Gary has, right? That's why he's racist. This is why I'm willing to take your word for it. You're saying I am not racist, but I'm trying to show you that some of your views may constitute remnants or maybe elements of racism.
Okay.
You see my point now?
So
I'm not saying
you're
you're
saying some of my views may constitute.
may
that.
constitute.
But you don't
And
know.
this is why I believe you're not putting out your creed in front of us.
But you don't know my views.
So
Yeah.
I will ask you, I'm asking, correct me, please
Yeah.
correct me. I'm willing to learn. Correct me what your views are. What
Alright.
is Kemet philosophy? Can
Okay.
you, in front of all these
So
good
in
people,
front of everybody here,
Yeah.
okay, as I'm choosing not to fall into your trap, you can go onto Titans TV
why are you not falling into my trap?
because I choose not to.
You have a mouth, you have intelligence,
I
you have,
choose- I choose not
you
to.
look stronger than me, you're taller than me.
I
Why
choose
would
not to.
you why
I-
would you feel intimidated by me
I can
asking
see, I can see
questions?
the multiple options that you've devised
Yes.
for me to fall into that, and I'm choosing not
Let's
to.
fall into-
So what I'm
let me
saying,
fall into
so
it.
what I'm saying to you is, if you want to see what Kemetics understanding
Why
is,
can't you not
can go onto
ask
Titans
as a
TV.
Muslim?
You can go onto Titans TV and look up the video,
he's choosing not to.
Kemetic Creed, and it's in there.
Thank you very much for
And it's in there.
your time.
And again, hold on. Before you go on, Gary explained why he was saying black people were superior whilst you walked off.
So are you justifying it?
No, I'm saying he gave his understanding of why he believes black people are superior.
So do you accept his explanation?
That's
Do you
his-
accept it?
That's his explanation.
Do you accept it?
I wouldn't classify it as being supreme, but the way he breaks it down and his understanding, I understand why he comes to that conclusion.
I understand that. I can understand why he's saying what he's saying. Is he right? Do you agree with him? Do you agree with Gary's
Yes or no,
assessment?
it's a yes or
Sorry?
no.
Do you agree with Gary's assessment?
I particularly don't utilize the terms supreme or inferior. I would rather say recessive and dominant.
Right.
Or there is an
So you
or
choose
there is
different
an
words.
ontology.
So you
No.
say the same thing in different
No,
words.
they're two different
which
things.
Is,
They're
which
two different
is,
things.
Which is very interesting.
There's two different things. A black person and a white person, just because you've got more melanin in your skin, doesn't mean you're more intelligent.
Okay, wait. Yeah,
That's the
Thank
whole
you.
superior thing.
Thank you.
I don't agree with that.
Now, Kalam.
Because you have more melanin in your
Kalam.
skin, you can stay out in the sun much longer
Kalam,
and not get burnt. I understand that.
I believe honesty is the best policy. Okay, we should, even if there are difficult questions about our faith, if we have a faith, we should stand by it, and we should not give in to pressure, or when people attack you, like the media is attacking Muslims on daily basis. You know that we are responsible for a lot of the terrorism that takes place on the planet, and they ignore all the good deeds, like Grenfell Tower recently when it was burnt 3-4 days ago. Muslim community came out. No one is going to quote the beautiful compassionate verses from the Quran and say Muslims are doing it because of these verses. They will only do that when some idiot goes around somewhere and blows up people or stabs a number of people. They say, oh, Quran, Quran, Quran. But when Muslims around the world in the month of Ramadan, Muslims give hundreds of millions of pounds in charity here in UK, but no one goes to the compassionate verses of the Quran and say it's because of the Quran.
And when we
So-
mention that, they say, why are you bringing Islam into it?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when they do
yeah.
it good, why bring
This is
Islam into
people.
it?
People
When
are
they do it
generous.
bad, bring Islam into it.
Yeah.
And
So
I have to
we
clarify.
try not to do that.
I want to
But-
know. I want to know why as well. You call Sarah a racist because he's not here to.
He's not only
No, no,
racist.
no.
He's a lot of other
With
things.
him, look, I'll be honest with him. I even asked him specifically. I said, look, do you believe? I asked him. I said, do you? I think yeah, he was there. I said to him, do you believe black people are superior? He just went and he started
your
going.
daddy.
Yeah, he goes, I'm your father. Like so that was.
Does that mean he's racist?
Why does
No,
Sarah come
what
into
that-
this
what
discussion?
that-
He's not here.
what that
He's not
means-
here to defend
what-
himself. We have challenged him. He has refused to turn up, to show up, to, you know, you can do what you want with
Because
him.
what that
If
means-
he has the, if he has the, if he has
what I
the,
see
Anyway-
is slander taking place.
we're not saying anything about Sarah.
No, I'm saying in terms of me.
I believe he's a
No,
racist.
he apologized.
That
He
was
apologized.
slander. Gary
He apologized.
and
He
Sarah as well.
apologized.
I believe that is slander.
No, Gary and Sarah, we have.
Because I've never seen any racist
No,
views from both of them.
But okay.
So
Are you serious?
One second.
Are you serious?
definitely.
So you don't believe they believe white people are inferior?
Like right now over there,
Yes.
Gary said it. I was shocked. I didn't know he held that view.
Right.
That particular view.
Right.
Then he gave his explanation why.
Right.
And now I understood
So,
why he said it.
so now it's clear that he holds that view, right? And that view constitutes racism.
It doesn't constitute racism.
Do you want me to read the definition
You
again?
can read it again.
Okay. So what is?
Sorry?
Wait, guys.
what?
Now listen.
Because I've never grown up with people saying that one race is superior to another one. That was shocking. That was shocking to me. I wanted to know the
Yes,
reason
I
behind
know.
it, personally.
Okay.
Why?
It is clear.
Why?
It is clear
That's not racist.
that Gary Google is a racist because wait, I'm reading it. He's Syria. He said that on camera very clearly. And I said to him, according to the definition of racism, you are a racist. And then I read it. What did I read? I read, and I quote, prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior.
Okay.
So according to this definition, Gary Google and Sarah are racist.
I'll have to
right?
object to that. Because that's poor understanding yet again. Because it says the basis.
I'm saying according to this definition.
No. Because I've never heard Gary or Sarah discriminate, against another race based upon the fact that they feel as they're superior to them.
Discriminate is one of the reasons.
Because-
It says one of
Yeah,
the reasons.
yeah.
But if you have the belief that you're superior, the belief to have
Because it
a
says
superiority
here,
complex,
prejudice,
it makes you a racist.
discrimination, antagonism directed against someone of another race.
Yes,
and I've never heard them. I've never heard them
carry on reading.
antagonize.
Carry on reading.
Yeah, based on the belief that one's own race is superior.
Yes.
I've never.
That's
he
it.
believes. No. Wait.
Discrimination.
Wait.
So what are the options we
he
have?
believes he's superior. Black race is superior.
Yes.
That doesn't constitute racism.
Of course it
wait.
does.
Wait. to now discriminate and antagonize another race based upon their own race,
okay.
that is racism.
Under the British law, is it racism or not? You tell
For
me
example,
this.
no, it's not.
It is.
For example,
It
for
is.
example, yeah, black
It is
people.
under the British law. It is
Gary doesn't lynch people, doesn't rape people, doesn't murder people,
okay.
doesn't steal them, kidnap them, and so forth. That was racism.
I wouldn't be
That was-
surprised if it
that
did it if
was
he had the power.
racism based upon the superiority.
And the first people he would lynch is me.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
And the first person he might lynch is
So
me.
hold on. I have never heard Gary or Sarah discriminate against an Asian person, a
Listen,
white person.
listen.
based upon
The
their
fact
own
that
belief-
someone
ability
doesn't
and
lynch
superior.
people doesn't mean he's not racist. This is
Okay.
this is a fallacy.
So
you know?
how is he
Attacking
discriminating
straw
against
man.
you, a white person, Chinese person, or whatever? I have
Attacking
never
straw-
seen him.
Okay.
That-
Just because you're not
you saying
lynching,
that he's
killing
racist is a
people,
straw man.
doesn't mean you're racist. Racism is a sentiment.
we read it out.
It is a sentiment.
We read
It
it
is a
out.
feeling. Do you understand? When you feel you are superior to someone else based upon color or race, you are a racist.
No, that's-
period.
that's not-
Full
that's not-
stop.
no.
That's the definition I
No,
follow.
no.
According to this definition,
No.
he's a racist.
That's not what the definition
okay, we
says.
disagree. We disagree.
But that's not what the definition says.
Okay.
It says to have a prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism against another race.
You gotta talk about real racism. Can we get into real racism?
Yeah.
Can we get into what racism really is? Because the thing is, yeah, if white people just came to Africa and told black people, yeah, if they just told us, yeah, that we don't like you and we're superior.
He said he came to get an apology from me.
Somebody else is debating here.
I apologize
Somebody else is talking.
for his denial of racism. I'm still not convinced that Kalam is not racist in some shape or form.
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
So
But
that's not
because
real-
he's
that's not
saying
real-
he's
that's
not a
not real-
racist, I'll apologize.
That's not a real
Simple.
apology then.
Yeah.
That's not a real
No,
apology.
it is a real apology.
It's not a real apology.
It is a real. I said it
Because
from my
you
mouth.
still-
It's a real
you still
apology.
have sentiments
It
that are
exists.
racist.
Does my apology exist?
He's saying, I don't believe you're fully, but there's some things you're saying that make me doubt. That's what he's saying.
Yes,
There's
I'm
some-
doubtful.
There's certain things that make me think that you're a terrorist, you know.
Why? What? Let's talk about it.
just
Let's
showing-
talk about
I'm
it.
just showing
Yeah,
you-
let's
I'm
talk
just
about it.
showing you what you're doing.
I'm willing to talk about it.
I don't personally believe you're a terrorist. I'm just showing
Okay.
you an example.
Okay, let's talk about it.
No, but-
Let's
no,
talk
that's
about
what
it.
you're basically
Let's
saying.
talk about it.
I don't-
Look, at
apologize
least I'm
for-
open.
I apologize
At
for
least I'm
calling
open
you-
to talk
I
about it.
apologize for calling you a terrorist, but yeah, I still have.
I'm not
sentiments that
asking
you're
for
a
an
terrorist.
apology
Kalam,
because I know
come
you don't
on,
believe that.
By the
Come
real,
on.
by the real definitions, yeah, black people, you lot are gonna laugh when I say this, but black people can't really be racist. Yeah, we can be prejudiced, and let me tell you why that is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that means
Let me tell you
racism.
why. Let me tell you why that is, yeah? Because racism was really a system. It wasn't just white people coming and saying we don't like you because we are black and we're superior to you. What they did is they came and they raped and they pillaged us
Yes.
for over 500 years
Yes.
using the word nigger.
And we know that.
So when we're angry with racism, there's a lot of
using the word kafir as well.
and the
Yes.
Arabs done the same thing. You understand? Even till this day,
And the black people
even
did
till
the
this
same thing
day,
to black people.
even till this day, I have
Yes,
Muslim friends.
yes.
Are you
Yes.
listening?
Can
Let me
you
just say,
also
let me just say
mention
this
that
last
black
thing.
people were doing it more than the white and the Arabs?
Let me just
You know
say
how
this
many
last
black
thing.
kings were enslaving other black tribes?
Let me
Do you
say
have
this
any
last-
idea?
That's
So
not-
don't say it is
Are you
Arabs
listening?
and whites.
not-
Say it's a human
Are
problem.
you listening?
It was a human
Are
problem.
you listening?
that's not
Are you
racism.
listening? Uncle.
Of course it's not
Race-
racism. The black people may not be doing it for racism.
Can
So
I
don't
talk?
say that
Go on, tell me.
only
Let's
white
talk,
people
let's talk.
pillaged and raped.
But we were talking.
Yeah.
So you got the apology. Whatever said. Let's these brothers
Yeah.
come and talk because
No, he's speaking, he's speaking.
Right now,
If you look at racism, yeah, it doesn't. If black people was enslaving black people and Arabs was enslaving Arabs, that's got nothing to do with racism. Black people as a nation, we never oppressed any other nation. Every other nation, what other nation did we oppress?
you were oppressed. What do you mean by nation?
Did we
Black
oppress
people were oppressed.
Arab? Did we oppress anyone outside of Africa?
Black people oppressed themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone else, within ourselves, we had our own serfdom where we was not raped, where we was allowed to get married, where we was able to gain our freedom. We had serfdom. It wasn't slavery, as you know, chattel slavery, as chattel slavery where they
Wait.
where they.
You're
where-
wrong.
Let me say one thing.
You're wrong
Let me say
about
one
that.
thing. Let me finish saying this last bit. In chattel slavery, European chattel slavery, yeah, they had institutions where they used to rape black children, yeah. This is something completely
In Arab
different.
slavery?
In European slavery, in Arab slavery,
They used to
they
rape
was
black
rife
children.
in chopping
Where
off
did you
the
get
black
that
man's
from?
penis.
Where did you get this from?
They was rife in castrating black people.
To see more videos like this, subscribe to Titans TV down below. Thanks.
Calling Django. The greatest darky that bite with shark teeth and hate malarkey. Who you? The greatest heartbeat. Ancient Egypt is a matriarchy. Who me? The one with the S on his chest when the motherfucker go by. Who you? The one everybody calls your highness cause the weed got you feeling so high.